All right, hello, another episode of Stand Tall. We are in the Art of War, Weak Points and Strong, which is chapter 6, verse 2. Therefore, the clever combatant imposes his will on the enemy, but does not allow the enemy's will to be imposed on him. So that's a very interesting one because what does imposing your will on the enemy look like? You know, that doesn't mean you have to overcome and be, I don't know, boisterous and rude and overwhelming. It just means that your desired outcome is reached. And not letting the enemy impose their will upon you is being true to yourself and making sure that the decisions you are making are in alignment with what your desired outcome is. Let's go over to an alternate translation over in emptiness and fullness. Master Sun says, therefore, good warriors cause others to come to them and do not go to others. I like this one a little bit better. Dumu says, causing opponents to come to you, you should conserve your strength and wait for them, not going to opponents for fear of wearing yourself out. Zhang Yu says that if you make opponents come to fight, then their force will always be empty. If you do not go to fight, then your force will always be full. This is the art of emptying others and filling yourself. So, emptiness versus fullness, right? Imposing your will versus not having someone else's will imposed upon you. Remaining full, right? Remaining so that you can't be coerced, so that you can't be controlled. That's what we're seeking to do. All right, now we're going over to the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman for December 28th on being remembered. Everything lasts for a day. The one who remembers and the remembered. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations 4.35. Take a walk down 31st Street towards the beautiful New York City Public Library with its majestic stone lions. On your way up Library Way, you'll pass a gold placard laid into the cement, part of a series of quotations from great writers throughout history. This one is from Marcus Aurelius. Everything is only for a day, both that which remembers and that which is remembered. The library itself was designed by the firm of John Mivrin Carrere, one of the 20th century's most accomplished architects. It combines the collections of such luminaries and philanthropists as Samuel Tilden, John Jacob Astor, and James Lennox, and their names are carved into stone. Today, the naming rights go to the hedge fund manager Stephen A. Schwarzman. The opening of the library in 1911 was attended by President William Howard Taft, Governor John Alden Dix, and New York City Mayor William J. Gaynor. The plaques you pass on your way were designed by the excellent Greg Lefebvre. Marcus' quotes makes us ponder, how many of these people have we even heard of? The people involved in the story of the library were some of the most famous men in the world, masters of their respective crafts, rich beyond imagination in some cases. Even along Library Way, many of the famous authors are unfamiliar to the modern reader. They are all long gone, as are the people who remembered them. All of us, including Marcus, who is passed over by just as many unaware pedestrians, last for just a day, at most. Man, so this is something I've been thinking a lot about lately. Not like necessarily nihilism, but in the sense of everything is just fleeting. It's for a day, it's passing. It doesn't mean you shouldn't build, it doesn't mean you shouldn't try, but what is legacy? And I guess at the end of the day, legacy is just good parenting, being a good human, passing on good traits so that those traits perpetuate into future generations. Those attitudes, those morals, those ethics, that's what legacy is about. It's not about having your name on some library or even having your name in a stone on the ground, because it's just passing. People pass it every day. Of course, many more people know Marcus Aurelius, but what he's saying is that we are all just we are all just here, and people pass us all the time, and it doesn't mean anything, but it means everything to us. And so, if that's the case, we need to make the most of it while we're here.